Good morning. Time now is 6:19. Check out this. I believe this is our Newport camera, and you can see the sun rising here over the clouds and just a really pretty shot. Looks like a painting, really. Overall, a nice quiet start to our morning. There's a few showers out there down towards westerly, but for the most part, our area is dry. And we'll keep that shower chance in the forecast for later on today during the afternoon and evening hours, maybe even a thunderstorm as well. Of course, here's Providence looking a little bit on the cloudy side. It's muggy, it's humid, and it's warmer out there compared to this time yesterday morning. 70 or near 70 in Providence, 70 in Newport, 65 over New Bedford. You can see 72 there down in westerly. So three key things: warmer, more humid for today. However, it's only gonna be like a one-day thing. We have a cold front on the way. That cold front's gonna swoop on through later on today and give us so much cooler air to begin the upcoming week. And of course, all eyes are still on Hurricane Erin, which continues to churn out in the Atlantic. So here's the muggy meter going forward. You can see the big drop off. We have dew points today in the 60s and 70s. That's, more muggy, humid. Look at the drop off though. Monday and Tuesday, 40s and 50s, much more refreshing air and drier air working its way in. I hear those showers that I was talking about. They made their way through westerly. Now they're heading towards Block Island. Really not a huge deal. Couple quick showers, maybe a downpour, but for the most part, our area is dry. I am watching this frontal system to our north and west, also looking at some showers with that, tracking on through for later on today and into tonight. And still watching that system off the Carolina coastline. That is not Erin. That's actually a system that could develop into a tropical system. A really low chance though. Here is Hurricane Erin, still a major hurricane just north of Puerto Rico. There's Puerto Rico there. There's of course the Lesser Antilles and the Leeward Islands as well. And you can see again, this system is tracking to the west and moving pretty good though, but it is slowing down. If you were watching me yesterday morning, we were tracking this system and it was moving a lot faster, about 17 to about 20 miles per hour. Now it's down to 14 miles per hour. So again, it's slowing itself down. Winds are 125, so it also did lose some of its strength as it's kind of going through a recycling here, is what we call it. So it'll gain its strength back as we go forward in time, as it's still traveling over some warm water and of course has some favorable conditions to intensify. The good news is the forecast remains the same in terms of the track. It looks to remain east of the Bahamas, tracking over just open water, and then turning to the north and then eventually the north and east. Again, if you were watching yesterday, that was the same message that we had. However, the question is how close can it get to the East Coast? We still think it'll be a complete miss. Don't expect any landfalls in the United States, but certainly we could see this take more of a westerly track, if you will, in terms of the cone on the westerly side. But time will tell that. We'll see the data that comes in today, tomorrow, next couple of days, and see how close it gets. Regardless of the exact track of this system, dangerous rip current risks are expected up and down the eastern seaboard. Beach erosion, also looking at again the rough rip current risk and the rough surf. So certainly going to be seeing those impacts for us as we go through this week. But any direct impacts, thinking that stays offshore and not going to be seeing any direct impacts from this system. But again, some pretty big surf, 8 to 12 foot waves, potentially just offshore and up and down the eastern seaboard. So a lot of water is going to be moving from this system. Timing things out for today though, again, a blend of sun and clouds, muggy, humid, warmer this afternoon, upper 80s inland, a couple showers, even a thunderstorm tracking on through for the latter part of the day. Again at night as that front pushes on through, much more drier, refreshing air takes over as we head into the day on Monday, and especially beyond that. Look at this, clearing things out nicely. Look at the afternoon, 3 p.m. only in the low 70s for temperatures. So again, a more fall preview feel coming our way for this upcoming week. 7-day forecast shows that for you. And those temperatures again in the 70s next few days. A few showers possible Wednesday, but again, the big story is that high surf and rough rip current risks as well. So that'll be during this week.
I feel like I'm looking at a movie right now. Look at this.
This shot is amazing. This is our East Providence camera, I think, right?
This is real. Like, this is actually, I don't know how well you can see it on TV, but this is like amazing.
It looks like a painting. If you look, it looks like a painting. That's
subtle
insane.
Movement.
So cool.
Yeah, fall can take a back seat. We'll enjoy the summer right now.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Stephen. Coming up next on 12 News.